All right, so here we go. Let's jump right into it. But first, I want to let you know that these are all the dimensions of the factory bolt holes on the four-door Tacoma crew cab. So if you're looking to do this yourself, take a screenshot, save this information. It is extremely helpful in preparing this for yourself. All right, let's get into it. So based on this, let me get that. How can I get that to be seen? All right, so I'm 34 degrees down here, but if you slide it up the window, I'm 28 degrees up here. Now my car isn't exactly level, it's actually 1 degree off, so it would actually be, this is 28.8, so it'd actually be, that's 29, so it'd actually be 30 degrees. I'm actually gonna be 1 degree this way if I kicked up my rear end where it should be, but so I'm thinking about going with like a 27 or so angle. Actually, maybe I'll even go to just 25, so it even slims it down more right off the roof. All right, so we're working on the roof rack, and off camera, I have created a template. At this point, just the curvature of the roof. The way I did that was I just took some manila paper, and then I got this angle piece of cardboard here that I was able to just sit on top. So I traced it, got that. I transferred that to some cardboard that I've got here. I measured it to fit this 6-inch piece by 1/4 thickness aluminum, and that's where we're at now. Now I'm trying to get the angle of how I want to curve this back. I want to kind of do, I'm not even sure. I don't think a rounded thing will look good because I'm using another straight piece of aluminum as a fairing. So I think I'm gonna have to go with a straight piece here. But let's go see what angles we need. All right. so here we're looking at. We're trying to get that angle. We've already got a 45-degree angle here with the square tool. So if I want somewhere between 35 and 25, I need to subtract down from the 45. So that means a 10-degree angle here would give me a relative line. Now I do have to push it up, but what I'm gonna do instead of pushing it up is I'm just gonna hold it here. I'm gonna do 35, I'm gonna do a point here, and now I'm gonna measure up. I'm gonna measure up 2 inches from my point. Okay, and now I'm just gonna hit a line across. We're gonna just see how it comes out. So I did it high here, so that way I want to bring it down, but right now I kind of want to see where that line falls, and giving me a little bit of error here. So I'm gonna go hold it up, and I'm gonna go take a look at where it's going to fall before I make any cuts. All right, so I'm at 1.1 sitting on the roof, and that's pretty much what it'll look like. I do think I want to bring down this side a little bit by like a degree. If I can bring it down 1 degree, I think I'll be happier. Now the top of the bed rack is measuring out at 0.5 of a degree. But I don't know, my eyes are saying bring the back down a little bit. Maybe even if I brought it down 1/2 degree, that 1/2 degree might, if I start at the front, it might bring it down enough by the time it gets to the back that my eyes would feel better. I think what I'm gonna do is grab another piece of cardboard and sketch up a final design, and then have this one in case I have to revert. But all I did was just use a bag that's full of some stuff and clamp it down so I can hold. Try to get my measurements and ideas. I don't recommend using the roof for your degrees, because the roof is curved and you'll get different degrees in different places. So stick with trying to keep it to the same height as the top of the bed rails, so that way you have the bed rails being flat and then the roof rack being flat compared. Also, here we go. So if we look if you look here, the roof line, oh, let me get my finger out of it. The roof line is coming up at the same degree that is. Now I'm gonna curve it right here. Let me go do that. All right, so this is just a preliminary look at what I'm thinking. I'm actually gonna, I would shave this off, but I don't like the diameter of that circle or the radius. I think what I'm gonna do is use a smaller radius and then bring this line down and it have a tighter fit. So it's tighter to the roof. This would be representing the fairing, the angle that it's all cut out, and I do like the angle, I just wanna bring it down. So let's get that second mock-up done and test it out. I also need to figure out the back here. So I think I'm gonna mark a line right about where the black line is, and that'll be the end point. And then I'll have to figure out how I want the back to look. All right, so here we go. I'm starting to take shape. Looking at it, I think I may want to round out the back. I don't know. I kind of like it being sharp, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna mock that up, see if I like it. And then the front, I think I definitely want to bring the top down so it looks like a continuation of the windshield. So I'm gonna move that back and down. But otherwise, I kind of think that looks good. I don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna have to think about this for a bit. I do like the way the front came out. If you imagine one on the other side, it will definitely clear the roof. So it definitely gives it that height. Maybe I should just move it back. Like bring it from here to here. You know, move it back a few inches, but keep the same dynamic. But instead of the circle being right here, but then it doesn't. It shows the hood, the front too much. So on the other side, I don't know. Maybe just leave it alone. I don't know if I want to show more of the top of the roof. I kind of like the roof being covered. I'm not sure. Gotta think about this. I'll probably watch this video multiple times to think about it. All right, so just got it. Got my template here. I decided to go with this particular one. And I'm going to plasma cut the two pieces out. There's one, here's two. I'm gonna plasma cut them out. And then probably take my custom belt sander here and just, you know, after I tack weld them together, I can sand them down so they're the same size. That's the plan. Let's get to it. Here they are, plasma cut out. I put the two together. I sanded off all the dross. I just ground them off. I didn't grind them smooth yet or anything because I'm going to do that together. But here's the two sides sitting next to each other. They're pretty close. I mean, I got maybe a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch to take it down right there. The back one is a little bit high, and then I got the opposite right here. So if I bring them, I think actually this isn't even 1/8 of an inch. But I think they'll be pretty good. I'll get a nice little rounded edge. I'll probably pull the belt sander off and run the belt sander down, but I'm going to tack it multiple places all along so that way they stay together like this, like they're clamped without being clamped. All right, so here's the two pieces. They are tack welded together and being held up by just some clamps, but I think it looks good. I think that's gonna be good. Just gotta clean them up a little bit. I'm still not sure whether I like the sharp point in the back or not. So I'm still trying to decide whether I take it off. But once I take it off, can't put it back on. But I do kind of like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. This is turning into a lot longer than I had anticipated, creating a video that's informative. So if you want to follow along, make sure you subscribe. But I'm probably going to end up making this a 3-parter. There's a lot that went into building this, and as you see, this is where we'll pick up in the next video. I hope you subscribe because it's free and because you are awesome.